The truth behind Atlantis. Uncovering the lost civilization. Imagine a civilization so advanced, so magnificent, it vanished almost without a trace, swallowed by the very ocean it mastered. A society whispered about in legends, debated by scholars, and sought by adventurers for millennia. Was it a paradise lost, a cautionary tale, or perhaps something far more real and terrifyingly true than we've ever dared to believe? Tonight, on Enigma Unlocked, we dive into the depths of history and myth to peel back the layers of legend and uncover the truth behind Atlantis, uncovering the lost civilization. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew. Our journey into the enigma of Atlantis begins, as all great legends do, with a story. But this isn't just any story. It's an account penned by one of history's most profound thinkers, Plato. In his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, written around 360 BC, Plato introduces us to the tale of a powerful, advanced island civilization that existed some 9,000 years before his time. Think about that for a moment. 9,000 years, according to Plato. The story of Atlantis was passed down through generations. Originally told to his ancestor Solon by Egyptian priests, it was described as a naval power located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, often believed to be the Strait of Gibraltar. This wasn't just a small island. It was a sprawling empire that attempted to conquer the ancient world, including Athens itself. Plato painted a vivid picture, a city of incredible architecture, sophisticated canals, and immense wealth, governed by philosopher kings. But for all their might, their hubris grew, leading to their ultimate downfall. In a single, dreadful day and night, Atlantis was engulfed by the sea, vanishing without a trace. A cautionary tale, perhaps, or a chilling historical account? Now, a critical question arises. Was Plato's Atlantis pure fiction? A philosophical allegory to illustrate his ideas about ideal societies and the dangers of moral decline? Or was he recounting something he genuinely believed was real? Many scholars, including Plato's own student Aristotle, dismissed Atlantis as pure invention. They argued that Plato created it as a literary device, a mythical opponent for his idealized Athens, to convey a message about the perils of unchecked power and the virtues of a just society. It's a compelling argument, considering Plato's philosophical nature. However, Plato himself presented the story not as a myth, but as genuine history. He even named the Egyptian priests who supposedly passed the tale to Solon. Could there be a kernel of truth buried within this ancient narrative? Could Plato have had access to older, forgotten records? Ancient Egypt was, after all, a repository of immense knowledge, much of which remains lost to us today. What if the story of a great island civilization, destroyed by a catastrophic event, was a common oral tradition in the ancient world, and Plato merely formalized it? The Aegean Sea, where Greece is located, is prone to volcanic activity, earthquakes, and tsunamis. History is rife with tales of islands disappearing or being dramatically altered by natural disasters. So, the concept of a powerful island sinking wasn't entirely far-fetched even then. This leads us to wonder if Plato truly believed it, and if it wasn't just a philosophical construct. Then where in our real world could such a magnificent, lost civilization truly exist? For centuries, adventurers, archaeologists, and enthusiasts have scoured the globe, driven by the tantalizing possibility that Atlantis wasn't a myth, but a lost piece of Earth's true history. Countless locations have been proposed, each with its own intriguing, if often circumstantial, evidence. Let's explore some of the most prominent contenders. One of the strongest and most widely accepted theories points to the volcanic island of Santorini, or ancient Thera, in the Aegean Sea. Around 1600 BC, Thera suffered one of the largest volcanic eruptions in human history. It caused immense tsunamis and climatic disruption, potentially leading to the downfall of the Minoan civilization. The island itself collapsed into a caldera, creating the crescent shape we see today. The parallels with Plato's description of Atlantis being swallowed by the sea are undeniably striking, especially given the time frame, even if it's not exactly 9. Then there's the mystery of the Bimini Road in the Bahamas. Discovered in 1968, these perfectly straight, flat, underwater limestone formations look uncannily like a paved road or a wall. Could they be remnants of an ancient harbor or a lost land bridge? While geologists often attribute them to natural formations, the symmetrical appearance continues to fuel speculation among Atlantis hunters. Other theories are far more audacious. Some have looked to the rigid structure in Mauritania, Africa, a massive, circular geological formation visible from space, eerily resembling Plato's concentric city description. Others suggest locations as far-flung as Antarctica, theorizing an ancient civilization buried beneath its ice sheets, or even Doggerland, a submerged landmass that once connected Britain to mainland Europe. Each candidate offers a piece of the puzzle, a tantalizing clue. But can any truly match the grandeur and the specific details described by Plato? Or are we, in our modern search, simply projecting our desires onto ancient texts and geological anomalies? One of the most captivating aspects of the Atlantis legend, especially for modern minds, is the implied level of their technological advancement. Plato described a society with incredible engineering feats, vast public works, and mastery over natural resources, including a mysterious metal called Orichalcum, said to be more valuable than gold. If Atlantis was real, its technology would have been millennia ahead of its time. We're talking about precision architecture that rivals our own. Perhaps even energy sources we're only now beginning to theorize, like crystal power. This raises a fundamental question. How could such knowledge exist so far back in history? Long before the widely accepted dawn of complex civilization? Some theories propose that Atlantis possessed advanced knowledge of ley lines, harnessing Earth's natural energies. Others suggest they understood acoustics in ways that allowed them to move massive stones with ease, or even manipulated gravity. The concept of Orichalcum itself hints at a material with properties beyond our current metallurgical understanding, perhaps a form of superconductive alloy, or something far stranger. Could remnants of this lost technology still exist? Are there hidden artifacts, or even submerged power sources, waiting to be rediscovered? The idea of an ancient civilization with lost tech fuels countless modern theories, from ancient aliens to pre-Diluvian super societies. It challenges our linear understanding of human progress and opens up a Pandora's box of possibilities. If Atlantis truly possessed such capabilities, their disappearance becomes even more tragic and profound. It wasn't just a city, it was a beacon of knowledge that winked out of existence, leaving us to wonder what secrets were lost with it. Plato's account of Atlantis' demise is chillingly specific. In a single dreadful day and night, it vanished beneath the waves. This description has led many to speculate about the nature of the cataclysm that ended such a powerful civilization. The most obvious culprit is a massive natural disaster. As we discussed with the Thera theory, volcanic eruptions and subsequent tsunamis are incredibly destructive. A large earthquake could also trigger liquefaction, causing land to sink, or create massive fissures that swallow cities whole. Geological records show that Earth has experienced numerous periods of intense seismic and volcanic activity throughout its history. However, some theories suggest something far more dramatic, a cosmic impact. The idea that a comet or asteroid struck Earth, causing global floods, tsunamis, and widespread climatic disruption, is a recurring theme in many ancient myths. Could the Atlantis story be a memory of a prehistoric impact event so devastating it wiped out advanced civilizations and left only fragmented memories? Another possibility, especially if Atlantis possessed advanced technology, is self-destructs. Could their hubris, as Plato hinted, have led them to misuse their power, perhaps triggering a catastrophic energy release or an environmental collapse, from which they could not recover? It's a dark thought, but one that resonates with modern fears about unchecked technological advancement. Regardless of the specific cause, the disappearance of Atlantis serves as a powerful reminder of nature's formidable power, or perhaps humanity's potential for self-destructs. It speaks to the fragility of even the greatest empires when faced with overwhelming forces, whether natural or self-inflicted. Beyond the historical debate, the legend of Atlantis holds an undeniable power over the human imagination. Why does this ancient tale continue to resonate so deeply with us, thousands of years after Plato first wrote about it? Perhaps it's the allure of the lost paradise, the idea of a perfect society, a golden age that we can never return to. Atlantis represents our yearning for something grander, more sophisticated, a time when humanity might have been closer to its true potential. It's a bittersweet dream of what could have been, or what might still be, hidden from us. It also serves as a potent cautionary tale. Plato used Atlantis to warn against unchecked ambition, moral decay, and the dangers of a society losing its way. In an era fraught with environmental concerns and technological risks, the story of Atlantis vanishing due to its own hubris or a natural disaster takes on a renewed, chilling relevance. Furthermore, Atlantis embodies the ultimate unsolved mystery. It's the challenge to our understanding of history, a blank space on the map waiting to be filled. This innate human desire to explore, to discover, and to solve puzzles is why we keep searching, keep theorizing, and keep questioning. Whether a true historical account, a philosophical allegory, or a collective memory of a long-lost past, Atlantis reminds us that history is not always what it seems. There are depths to our world, and indeed to our own past, that remain largely unexplored, waiting for the right moment or the right mind to unlock their secrets. So, where do we stand on the truth of Atlantis? Did a magnificent civilization truly sink beneath the waves, or is it a timeless myth, crafted to teach us profound lessons? The answer remains elusive, shrouded in the mists of time and the depths of the ocean. But perhaps the true power of Atlantis isn't in finding its physical ruins, but in the questions it forces us to ask about our past, our potential, and our place in the universe. The search continues. The oceans hold countless secrets, and humanity's past is far richer and more complex than we often imagine. What other lost civilizations lie beneath the waves or buried under centuries of dust? What other enigmas are waiting to be unlocked? We are only just beginning to scratch the surface. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into one of humanity's most enduring mysteries. Your curiosity fuels our quest to uncover the unknown. If you enjoyed peeling back the layers of this enigma, please give this video a like. It really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe to Enigma Unlocked for more journeys into the bizarre, the unexplained, and the truly fascinating. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next upload. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious.